situations in product development can lead us to some biases. So I call these situational biases or things that we need to overcome. And the big one is something called the halo effect. And I think people have generally heard about this, but it's the idea that beliefs come first, and then we find information to support those beliefs as opposed to the other way around. I think in science and engineering that probably happens less than in other areas, but it still happens a lot. So how can we get past the instinctual halo effect of, well, I really want this to work, or I really believe this, and so how can I make sure I'm right and I don't look bad? And there's basically two ways to try and overcome that instinctive bias or opinion. The first one is just that habit of thinking in probabilities. Nothing's absolutely true, nothing's ever absolutely false. This has a 70% chance of success, or this has a 50% chance of success. When I used to do schedules for companies, or when I'd be requested for schedules, one of the comments I would make, do you want the 90% schedule, which means we're for sure going to get it, or the 10% challenge schedule? Because it's always, there's a window, and it all depends how much risk we're willing to take. And so thinking in probabilities, communicating that way, thinking less of point solutions, yes or no, right or wrong, but thinking in probabilities. That helps slow down our thinking and stops jumping to conclusions of our beliefs or our opinions because we're thinking in probabilities. Even our opinions have a chance of being right or wrong. So if we express that and talk about alternatives, I think that really helps overcome that. Another way is what they call paired comparisons. And the concept of paired comparison, again, it's a way to slow down our thinking, but it's if you have a list of trade-offs or a list of options, let's say there's 10 options, which one's the best one? You look at the list of 10, we tend to jump to this halo effect. I feel that one's better because I'm comfortable with it, or it was my idea. When there's a list of 10, it's hard to process simultaneously those multiple things at the same time. But if we can reduce it to just a pair of items, is A better than B or B better than A? And it's just like going to the eye doctor. Is this better or is this better? They alternate just between two options. It's very easy to process that and to make that vote. And if you do that paired comparison across the 10, you're going to slow down your thinking and be more objective thinking it through. It doesn't mean the biases don't sneak in some, but it's going to slow that down, and particularly if you have a good structured decision-making team, that'll help overcome the opinion or halo effect bias that we talked about up front. If you are in a situation and you think you need to work through some of these biases, thinking in probabilities, this is what we do for organizations in product development, root cause analysis, just helping you move forward in minimizing the unintentional bias as much as we can. If you'd like help with that, give us a call at Perry Solutions. We'll help your team accomplish the same thing.